Here's a slick way of creating your perspective grid for a 2-point perspective. And we're always going to establish our horizon line first. And I'm utilizing my guides to create the horizon line. Now keep in mind, the higher the horizon, the more we're going to be looking up at our object. The lower the horizon, the more we're going to be looking down at our object. I'm going to take it up about right about there, fairly high. And then next I'm going to create the vanishing points right after we've established our horizon line. Now, if you don't have your rulers on, it's Command or Control R for ruler to establish that, and then click in the middle of the ruler and then drag another guide, and I'm going to just place the guide where the vanishing points are going to fall. So I'm going to keep one right about out here, and then I'm going to place the other vanishing point right about there. All right, so we're going to get a little bit of a different view of the chair, a little bit more from the side. So keep in mind that the closer you are to your document, the more wide angle that your perspective is going to be. The further away your vanishing points, the more of a telephoto effect you're going to get. All right, let's check out and see what we achieve here. So we have our vanishing points established, or the horizon line established. Now what we're going to do is we're going to create our vanishing grid. Now, a slick little way to handle this is to go right down here to your vector shape, your custom vector shapes. Target your polygon tool. Go right up here to your options bar. On the right hand side, you're going to see a symbol here. It's a drop menu that's going to determine what type of a polygon that I want. I'm going to want a star. Make sure that that's checked. It's unchecked by default. So I'm going to target the star and then indent sides by 99%. Now the amount of the sides that you get is up to you. All right, so if you find you need a little bit more sides or more vanishing lines to work with, then you can add more. That'll be established here. Now this is how it works. Make sure your shape is turned on. Currently the fill is going to be red. And I'm going to start with the right hand side. Go to my layers. You can see I have a new layer that I created right above the background. I called it right side. I'm going to make a new layer, and we're going to call this one left side. I'm going to rename it. I'm going to rename it left side. We're going to start with the right side. All right, so my target right here on the right hand side, we're going to start here, and look, I'm creating my vanishing point lines. All right, and release it. Now what we're seeing is the raw vector shape. So if I come over here to my path panel, we can see the vector shape here. Right click in the dark area here and target large. That way it's easier for you to see what's going on. All right, let's go back over to our layers. I want to create a permanent a color so that I can easily view where I'm going to be creating. So on the right hand side of your layer, double click it and target the stroke. You can see it's already changing color. I don't want the inside. What I prefer is the outside. I'm going to change the color to red to match the color that I already have. So right there. So I can actually make a thicker grid if I so choose. And again, I have a 1 point selected. If I just target the one here, just highlight it and hit the up arrow, we can see it get thicker. All right, so I'm going to bring it down to closer to 2 points, and I'm going to target OK. And I can go back and adjust this effect anytime I like. If I turn off the effect, we can see it go away. If we turn it on, and there's my red. Now we're going to establish, our left-hand side. Let's change the color here. Let's go to something like a green. Okay, let's go to our left-hand side. Using the same tool, place it on the other vanishing point on the left-hand side, and there. Okay, now it's green. All we need to do is this. I can also drag and drop this effect, but it's going to be red, right? So I'll Alt or Option, drag the effect on top of this, and it duplicates it. Of course, it's going to be red because it's duplicating this effect, but if we can go double click right on the stroke, come right over here, grab our green, there, okay? So it's giving you two perspective lines here that you can easily, your eye can easily track. Now, if you like, we're going to target both of these layers and group them, Command or Control G for group. Once they're grouped, we can bring down the opacity a little bit so it's not so visually busy. Now from here, we can start creating our chair.